Today, I'm very excited to bring you a life-changing video, the book summary of The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. Not only will we be giving you a detailed breakdown of this life-altering book, but also, by the end of this video, you will have a very clear understanding of how you too can use this book to improve your life, as Morgan Housel brings you timeless lessons on wealth, greed, and happiness. This isn't just another finance book. It's a thorough exploration of the human psyche and its intricate relationship with money. Mastering this psychology isn't easy, but for the few who can achieve this, you can expect nothing but exponential personal and financial growth. Chapter 1, titled No One's Crazy, dives into the concept that our money decisions are influenced by our personal experiences. This premise guides us through the labyrinth of financial decisions that define our lives. We all have different experiences, backgrounds, and influences. These personal histories impact our perspectives on money, leading to an array of financial decisions. Some people might find investing in stocks risky, while others see it as a lucrative opportunity. A person who grew up in a financially unstable household might prioritize saving over spending, while another person might be more inclined to enjoy their money in the present moment. Housel's book emphasizes that these perspectives aren't necessarily right or wrong. They are simply different, molded by our unique experiences. It's easy to label someone's financial decisions as irrational or crazy, but what we need to understand is that those decisions are rational from their perspective. Their experiences have shaped their financial worldview. There's a saying, one man's trash is another man's treasure. This is true in the sphere of personal finance. The investments one person shies away from might be the very ones another person embraces. The financial strategies one person deems reckless might be the very ones another person sees as a ticket to financial freedom. This chapter teaches us to respect individuality in financial decisions and to avoid blanket judgments. It asks us to understand that our perspective is just one among many, and we should be open to learn from the experiences of others. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that there's a one-size-fits-all approach to money. But No One's Crazy reminds us that personal finance is just that, personal. It's a journey that is unique to each individual, influenced by their experiences, ambitions, and values. No one's crazy. We all make decisions based on our unique perspectives. The key is to understand our own financial behaviors, learn from others, and continuously evolve our financial strategies to better suit our personal needs and goals. Moving on to Chapter 2, Luck and Risk. In the world of finance, luck and risk are two inseparable forces, like two sides of the same coin. They're the unpredictable elements that can dramatically swing our fortunes, often beyond our control. They're the wild cards in life's game of financial poker. Imagine for a moment, you're a talented musician. You've spent years honing your craft, practicing day and night, but despite your talent and hard work, you're still waiting for your big break. Then one day, a record producer happens to hear your music in a small cafe. He's impressed and offers you a record deal. That's luck. It's a chance event that can have a profound impact on your financial outcome, but let's flip that coin. Now imagine you're an entrepreneur. You've poured your heart and soul into your business, but despite your best efforts, the business fails due to unforeseen market conditions. That's risk. It's a potential negative outcome that you can't always anticipate or control. Both luck and risk are integral parts of our financial journey. They can bring us incredible gains or painful losses. However, what's important to understand is that they're not just random occurrences. They're realities we must navigate and account for in our financial planning. Luck and risk remind us that success isn't solely a product of hard work and talent. It's also influenced by factors outside of our control. Therefore, it's crucial to stay humble in the face of good fortune and resilient in the face of adversity. By acknowledging the role of luck and risk, we can make better financial decisions. We can strive for success while also preparing for potential setbacks. We can appreciate our achievements without becoming complacent, and we can face challenges without losing hope. In essence, understanding luck and risk allows us to walk the tightrope of financial success with a balanced perspective. It encourages us to celebrate our wins, learn from our losses, and most importantly, keep moving forward, regardless of what life throws our way. Hence, always remember to account for luck and risk in your financial planning. Chapter 3, Never Enough, is a powerful lesson in contentment. It encourages us to contemplate on what enough means to each of us individually. Enough is a subjective term, varying from one person to another. For some, it's a comfortable home and a steady income. For others, it could be an extravagant lifestyle with luxuries at their fingertips. However, the real essence of this chapter lies in understanding that constantly chasing after more can lead to dissatisfaction and financial instability. The author, Morgan Housel, emphasizes that the relentless pursuit of more often blinds us to the value of what we already have. We tend to get caught up in the race to accumulate wealth, overlooking the fact that wealth is not just about money, it's about financial peace, contentment, and the ability to live life on our own terms. In a society where success is often equated with wealth, it's easy to fall into the trap of never having enough. We're often lured by the illusion that the next big purchase, the next promotion, or the next milestone will bring us the satisfaction we seek. But Housel prompts us to question this mindset. He asks us to consider whether the constant striving for more is truly worth the stress, the risks, and the sacrifices. Housel illustrates this point with real-life examples of people who had it all, yet lost everything due to their inability to say enough. These stories serve as cautionary tales, urging us to assess our desires, our needs, and our aspirations, and to distinguish between what we want and what we truly need. This chapter reminds us that it's not about having it all, but about having what's enough for us. It's about finding satisfaction in what we have, instead of constantly looking for the next best thing. It's about understanding that there's more to life than material possessions, and that our happiness and contentment cannot be measured by our bank balance. Never enough is a lesson in understanding our financial goals and recognizing the true value of money. It's about learning to appreciate what we have and finding contentment in it. It's important to recognize when you have enough and appreciate it. It's about realizing that there's a point where money stops being a tool for building a life and starts becoming a trap that controls it. Chapter 4, Confounding Compounding, reveals the magic of compounding. Now let's uncover the mystique of compounding. Picture this: you're planting a tiny seed in the garden of your finances. You water it, you care for it, and over time it grows, it sprouts, it branches out, and before you know it, you're standing in front of a towering tree. That's compounding for you. It's the process of planting a small investment and watching it grow exponentially over time. In the realm of finance, compounding isn't just growth, it's growth on steroids. It's the financial equivalent of a snowball rolling down a hill, gathering more and more snow as it goes. It starts small, almost insignificant, but given time, it becomes a force to reckon with. Here's where it gets interesting. Unlike a linear progression where each step is equal, compounding is exponential. Each step is bigger than the one before. It's kind of like a train leaving the station. It starts slow, but as it picks up speed, it becomes unstoppable. Let's take an example. If you save $100 every month, in a year you'll have $1,200. That's simple math. But if you invest that money and it grows at a rate of 10% per year, things start to get interesting. In 10 years, you won't have $12,000. No, you'll have close to $16,000. In 20 years, not 24,000, but a whopping 45,000. That's the magic of compounding. But here's the catch. Compounding needs time. It's like baking bread. You can't rush it. You need to give it time to rise. The longer you let your investments compound, the more they grow. So what's the takeaway? Start investing early, be patient, and let the magic of compounding do its work. It's not about making quick money, it's about growing wealth over time. Compounding is truly the eighth wonder of the world. Harness its power wisely. And Chapter 5, Getting Wealthy versus Staying Wealthy, is all about the long game. The chapter dives deep into the difference between earning money and preserving wealth, and the significance of focusing on the latter. It's a critical point that many often overlook. In the realm of finance, we often equate success with the accumulation of wealth. We admire those individuals who have made a fortune, whose bank accounts brim with zeros. But this chapter reminds us that getting wealthy and staying wealthy are not the same thing. They require different skills, different strategies, and even different mindsets. Getting wealthy often involves taking risks, seizing opportunities, and pushing boundaries. It's about innovation, creativity, and the relentless pursuit of growth. On the other hand, staying wealthy is about preservation, about making smart, conservative decisions that protect what you've earned. It's about patience and the ability to resist the temptation of immediate gratification for long-term stability. Wealth, in this sense, is not merely the accumulation of money. It's the ability to maintain and grow that wealth over time. It's about building a financial fortress that can weather the storms of economic downturns, market volatility, and unexpected life events. And this is where the real challenge lies. The world is filled with stories of lottery winners who go broke, of entrepreneurs who make a fortune and then lose it all. These tales serve as stark reminders of the importance of wealth preservation. It's not enough to make money, you have to know how to keep it, how to manage it wisely. The key to staying wealthy, according to this chapter, lies in understanding the difference between risk and uncertainty. Risk can be managed, mitigated, even turned to your advantage. Uncertainty, on the other hand, is unknowable. It's the wild card that can upend even the best-laid plans. Chapter 5 imparts a valuable lesson in financial wisdom. It teaches us that the game of wealth is not a sprint, but a marathon. Not a race to the finish line, but a journey that requires careful planning, strategic decision-making, and the wisdom to know the difference between making money and keeping it. Remember, it's not just about making money, it's about keeping it too. Chapter 6, Tales You Win, discusses the role of outliers in financial success. As we delve into Chapter 6, we unravel the intriguing concept of outliers. Outliers in the realm of finance are instances or events that deviate significantly from the norm. They are the extreme ends of the distribution curve, the rare occurrences that can dramatically shift the scales of financial outcomes. Let's draw upon an example to illustrate this. Imagine a group of individuals who decide to invest in a specific type of asset. Most of them might see modest gains, some may even experience losses. But then there might be one individual whose investment skyrockets, yielding extraordinary returns. This person is an outlier. Their extreme success skews the group's average returns, creating an illusion that everyone in the group did exceptionally well. In reality, the average outcome is not representative of what most people experienced. This is because outliers hold an enormous sway over the average, obscuring the typical outcomes. They are what we can term the fat tails of the distribution curve. So what does this mean for you and your financial journey? Well, it's crucial to understand that financial success is not always about conforming to the average or the norm. It's about being prepared for the outliers. It's about recognizing that sometimes the biggest financial wins come from the most unexpected places. This doesn't mean you should chase every risky investment in the hopes of becoming an outlier. Rather, it's a call to maintain a flexible mindset, to be open to opportunities that may seem atypical or unconventional. To understand that sometimes the tail events can yield the most significant rewards. The world of finance is not a linear path. It's filled with twists, turns, peaks and valleys. The outliers are the peaks that can catapult you to financial success, but they can also be the valleys that lead to financial hardship. Being aware of their existence and potential impact is the first step towards navigating them effectively. So stay prepared for the outliers. They can change your financial future. Finally, Chapter 7, Freedom, encapsulates the ultimate goal of money. If you ask 100 people about the purpose of money, you'll most likely get 100 different answers. But when you cut through the noise, the ultimate goal of money, as author Morgan Housel puts it, is to attain freedom. Freedom in the context of money is not about having an overflowing bank account or a lavish lifestyle. It's not about the ability to buy the most expensive goods or to travel to the most exotic places. No, freedom is about having control over your time and your life. Imagine a life where you're not bound by the 9-to-5 grind, where you don't have to jump through hoops to please a boss, where you're not constantly worried about the next bill or the next rent payment. A life where you can decide how to spend your time, who to spend it with, and where to spend it. That, my friends, is freedom. And that's what money can and should buy you. But how do you attain this freedom? It starts by understanding the value of money, not just as a currency, but as a tool to buy time. It's about making smart decisions, saving more than you spend, investing wisely, and avoiding unnecessary risks. It's about patience, discipline, and the understanding that wealth accumulation is a marathon, not a sprint. Yet, it's also about balance. It's understanding that while money can buy freedom, it should not come at the cost of your happiness or your peace of mind. It's realizing that the pursuit of money should not overshadow the enjoyment of the simple pleasures in life. So, as we navigate our financial journeys, let's remember what the ultimate goal is. It's not just about becoming wealthy, but about attaining freedom. The freedom to live life on your own terms, to make your own choices, and to control your own time. Remember, the ultimate goal of money should be to gain freedom. This book illustrates the importance of understanding money's psychological aspects, and it's a must-read for anyone seeking financial wisdom. Stay tuned to our channel for more life-changing book summary videos. Happy reading!